did not collapse in a single night. There was no final battle, no dramatic ending. Rome died the way powerful things usually die, slowly, quietly, and from the inside. This is not the story of Rome's fall. This is the story of how Rome was killed. For centuries, history books have told us a simple story. Barbarians invaded Rome, the empire collapsed, and civilization ended. But that story is comforting, because it suggests collapse comes from outside enemies. The truth is far more uncomfortable. Rome was already bleeding long before the barbarians arrived. By the time the gates were breached, Rome was already dead. It just hadn't stopped breathing yet. Empires don't fall, they rot. In the early republic, Rome was built on duty, discipline, collective responsibility. Power was temporary. Leadership was service, but success changed everything. As Rome expanded, power stopped being a responsibility and became a prize. Senators no longer asked, "What is good for Rome?" They asked, "What is good for me?" Politics turned into performance, laws turned into weapons, and loyalty shifted from the state to individuals. This was the first wound. Originally, Roman soldiers fought for land, honor, the republic. But over time, something dangerous happened. Soldiers stopped being loyal to Rome. They became loyal to generals who paid them. Men like Marius, Sulla, Caesar. Armies became private tools. Violence entered politics. For the first time in Roman history, Roman soldiers marched against Rome itself. Once an empire points its weapons inward, the countdown has already begun. Julius Caesar's assassination is often portrayed as a fight for freedom, but that's another lie. The Republic didn't die because Caesar wanted power. It died because the system was already broken. The Senate had become corrupt. The people were ignored. The elite protected themselves. Caesar didn't destroy the Republic. He simply exposed how weak it already was. After him came emperors, some great, many disastrous. And Rome traded liberty for stability. That trade never ends well. Rome became rich, and then it became addicted to luxury. Currency was debased. Taxes crushed the poor. Wealth concentrated at the top. The middle class disappeared. Small farmers lost land. Cities filled with unemployed citizens living on handouts. The state printed money to survive. Prices exploded. Trust vanished. An empire cannot survive when the poor feel abandoned and the rich feel untouchable. Perhaps the most dangerous collapse wasn't physical. It was psychological. Romans stopped believing in Rome. Civic duty vanished. Corruption became normal. Survival replaced pride. People no longer asked, "How do we save Rome?" They asked, "How do I survive Rome?" When citizens emotionally leave an empire, its walls are already meaningless. The invasions didn't destroy Rome. They revealed its weakness. Rome hired outsiders as soldiers, paid enemies to guard borders, relied on people who had no loyalty to Roman ideals. The empire outsourced its survival. By the time Rome fell in the West, it wasn't conquered. It was abandoned by its own system. Rome is not ancient history. It is a warning. Every empire believes we are different. Every empire is wrong. Rome teaches us power without accountability is poison. Wealth without justice is unstable. Armies without loyalty are dangerous. Citizens without belief are fatal. Rome didn't fall. It was slowly killed. By choices, compromises, and silence. Rome's greatest strength eventually became its weakness. The empire was too big to control. From Britain to Egypt, from Spain to Mesopotamia, Rome ruled lands it could no longer understand, let alone govern effectively. Communication took weeks. Orders arrived late. Local governors acted like kings. Rome didn't govern provinces. It managed chaos. As borders expanded, loyalty diluted. People paid taxes to Rome but felt no connection to it. An empire that grows faster than its institutions always fractures. Rome was stretching itself thin, and it knew it. As Rome struggled to maintain control, it responded the only way failing systems do: More paperwork, more officials, more control. Taxes multiplied, offices expanded, corruption deepened. To feed the system, the state squeezed harder, especially on farmers and small landowners. Many abandoned their land. Others sold themselves into debt slavery. Some fled beyond Roman borders. Rome didn't lose people to invasion. It lost them to administration. Rome was once admired for its laws. But toward the end, law became selective. The rich were untouchable. The poor were disposable. Justice was negotiable. Courts favored power, not truth. Bribes replaced verdicts. When law loses legitimacy, people stop respecting the state. Rome didn't collapse into lawlessness. Law collapsed into meaninglessness. Rome's roads, aqueducts, and cities once symbolized order, but maintenance costs were enormous. Bridges collapsed, roads decayed, cities shrank. The empire stopped building the future. It struggled to maintain the past. Monuments became empty symbols. Architecture became nostalgia. When an empire lives off old glory instead of new vision, decline accelerates. Rome was no longer creating greatness. It was remembering it. As things worsened, Romans searched for someone to blame. Foreigners, new religions, cultural decline, moral corruption. Every generation believed Rome is falling because people aren't Roman enough anymore. But blaming culture never fixes broken systems. Rome argued about values while ignoring reality. History shows this clearly. When societies debate morality non-stop, it's usually because they've lost control of power. Many still claim Christianity destroyed Rome. The truth is more complex. Christianity didn't kill Rome. It changed Rome's identity during a time of weakness. The empire was already fractured. Christianity simply filled the ideological vacuum. Rome didn't fall because it believed in something new. It fell because it stopped believing in itself. Here's a fact many forget. Rome didn't fully fall in 476 AD. The Eastern Roman Empire survived for nearly 1,000 more years. Why? Because it reformed administration, controlled corruption, centralized authority, adapted to change. The West refused reform. The East embraced it. Collapse is not inevitable. Refusal to adapt is. Rome's end wasn't dramatic. People woke up, paid taxes, went to markets, watched leaders argue. Collapse became routine. That's the most dangerous stage. Because when decline feels normal, no one resists it. Rome didn't scream as it died. It whispered. Rome teaches us something deeply unsettling. Empires don't collapse from attack. They collapse when systems stop serving people. Power becomes detached from responsibility. Elites protect themselves at all costs. Citizens stop believing change is possible. Rome wasn't destroyed. It was allowed to die. So the real question is not, why did Rome fall? The real question is, how many Romes are alive today and don't realize they're already dying? Because Rome didn't fall in a day, and neither will the next empire.